everybody, it's Stephanie, and I know it's been a harsh and brutal winter, but here in the Fanativerse, it's always midsummer, so I want to talk about my favorite yellow polishes. I think that yellow is such a cheery and bright and wonderful color. I think it's very underrated, and I think a lot of people have biases towards it. Some more legitimate than others. Making a yellow formula, it's often on the sheerer side. It's often sheerer than even white polishes. So it can be hard to formulate a really, really great yellow. But I have chosen 10 of my favorite yellow shades, plus a few honorable mentions that I want to share with you today. So let's get started. All right, we are on number 10, and number 10 is Strawberry Lemonade Summer by Paradox Polish. Now, this polish is so cute. I bought it, uh, was it last time on Polish Pickup? I don't really know. On a Polish Pickup. And I just thought that it was such a beautiful neon yellow and it glows so well under black light. Oh my God, it's unbelievable. Yellows can be so beautiful under black light. Like, I think they're like the most beautiful blacklight reactive color you can get. So in this polish though, there are these small pink hex glitters and these pink bar glitters and then a smattering of hollow. I just think it's so cute. Also, Paradox Polish has a lot of glow in the dark polishes. There's one polish that didn't quite make this list, but I think it kind of deserves a mention. So I'm going to mention it now and not in my honorable mentions. And it is Paradox Polish the Crow, which is a glow in the dark yellow kind of egg yolky jelly. And it glows so well. I've only swatched it once and I only used that polish. And I think I painted it on too thick. It didn't look great, but I think used the right way, it would be so good. I don't really understand why it's called the Crow though. It's sold in Little Box of Horrors, which is, I've talked about it before. It's a collaboration, much like Polish Pickup, but it's always based off of horror movies. And they have an entire line of glow in the dark polishes they sell there. So I assume it's named after the movie The Crow, but I can't really see the connection there. I don't know if yellow has to do with the crow in any way. I've only seen it once. But yeah, it's a really cool polish, but this is a really cool polish and this actually made it on my list. So that's Paradox Polish Strawberry Lemonade Summer. All right, next up is a very new addition to my collection. This is Sally Hansen Insta Dry Classic Chick from their Peeps line. So I saw these last year and I really, really wanted them, but I just never ended up getting them because I don't know. Sometimes I want stuff and I just don't get it, even though I know I want them. So don't be like me. If you're like sure you want something, and especially if it's cheap like this, just like go for it. Anyway, this is a beautiful yellow textured polish. I'm actually wearing it on this hand right now. I love textured polishes. I cannot get enough of textured polishes. I think they are so fun. They are so funky. They feel nice when you rub them on your skin, and this is no exception. And they have an entire line of this kind of texture for peeps. I think I have all of them except for I think there's a purple I don't have. They're so cute. They're so springy. When I swatched this, I did a skittle of four of the colors, well, five, including the one on my thumb, but it kind of looked a little vommy. So let's not talk about that one. But I did a skittle on my nails with these textured polishes, and I thought they were just so cute for spring. So I think that, like, come Easter, I'll probably be wearing this one. All right, next up, we have Primrose and Honeysuckle by Victorian Varnish. So when I first saw this on Instagram, I was just like, oh my goodness, that is so precious. I had really never seen a polish like this. And comparatively, I haven't been in the hobby for extremely long. I've been pretty serious about polish for about 3 years, which like might sound like a lot for some people, but I'm one of those 2020 babies who didn't get into nail polish until the entire world shut down. So there's a ton of people who have more experience in indies than I do, and in specialty polishes and in nail polish in general. But for me, I was like, I've never seen this kind of beautiful, vibrant yellow jelly with a red shimmer. I'd seen some that are like more deep, kind of like Rar by Sassy Sauce. and Animal Style by Painted Polish, but I never seen one that was just like so springy and fresh. This is just a beautiful yellow jelly. It's very pigmented. It doesn't just look like your nails are stained. Same goes for that Paradox polish a while ago. Sometimes I've gotten yellow jellies and it's been like, oh, now my nail just looks like it's more stained than it is naturally. That's not what I want, but that is not what this polish is about. I just think it's just vibrant and it makes me happy. And I love looking at my hands when I'm wearing it. So I think it's great. So that's Primrose and Honeysuckle by Victorian Varnish. Next up is something a little less cheery and happy. We have Unaliving Awareness by Glisten and Glow. And if you're wondering why I'm not like saying this like an adult, it's because YouTube is like weird about this stuff. So I'm just going to be saying it like a stupid weirdo, but I am going to put the actual name in the description in like the little label at the bottom. But anyway, this was from their mental health awareness collection. And I just think it's such an amazing polish. So it looks green in the bottle, but on my nails, it's definitely a vibrant yellow. And it has these multi-chrome and iridescent flakies in it. And I think it also might have some like black specks. It's a beautiful prugly polish, so a pretty ugly. And I think that making the Unaliving Awareness polish a prugly is a great idea because it is a way to get people to look and talk about this topic through this polish. But also the topic is not a very pretty topic. It was so amazing to see this on a brand's website because it's such an important topic and it's also so stigmatized. This is unfortunately an issue I have suffered with in my life. And although it's mostly behind me, I think all of us who do suffer from the unaliving ideation can relate that there's always something kind of in the back of your mind that draws you back. So it's never truly over. So thank you so much to Glisten and Glow for being an advocate for making this beautiful polish and bringing up this topic that is very hard to talk about, but is so important to talk about. If you're experiencing this issue, I've included a few resources in the description. And I just want to say you're not alone, you're not making it up, and you deserve love and health and support. All right. We are entering the more boring stage of my favorites because towards the end over here, there's a lot of creams because I'm a nail artist. I'm not a swatcher. So the majority of the nail polishes that I use and that I love and that I go, oh my God, thank goodness, they're creams. So we are up to Zoya Honey. And Zoya Honey is an amazing, beautiful, opaque, deep honey yellow. And I just love this. I used this on a wild manicure I did very early in my stream career. I did some Dino Nuggy nails. And I did them right after I learned about this guy. And I'm not going to name his name because I don't remember it. And it doesn't even matter. But this guy wrote a book called Too Big to Walk, and it was about dinosaurs. And in the book, amongst other things, he talked about how he thought, well, that dinosaurs were too big to walk, so therefore couldn't have existed on land or couldn't have existed. I don't know. This dude wasn't a paleontologist. He was not a dinosaur expert. He was a scientist, but in a different field. But he wrote this book called Too Big to Walk, and in it, he speculated that dinosaurs were so big and so heavy that they had to go into the water to mate. And as somebody who is so big and heavy that sometimes people wonder if I have to go into water and mate, I have to say that that does seem like BS. However, I loved it so much that I decided to do a Dino Nuggy mating pool mani where I did Dino Nuggy nail art. And then because I was a bit shy at the time, I would probably go all the way nowadays. Just on my thumb, there was two T-Rexes having fun in there. I think it was like barbecue sauce mating pool. I've also used this. I really love this for, I have a little like sheep, like a Shiba Inu being like, stamp. And I think this is perfect for the sheep. I like putting the sheep on my middle finger, on my Cindy hand, just so I have a little flippin' sheep, just in case I need to flip someone the bird, they can have a little sheep action. All right, next up is a pattern. We have Glisten and Glow's Pineapple Princess. And oh my goodness, did I put, yes, I did put one of their neons in my last video. This Tiki Time neon collection is incredible. Glisten and Glow, make more neons this summer. You know I want them. You know I'm going to get them. And I just want all the colors that you did in every single color of the rainbow, of the spectrum, that you did not put into this collection. So I want a purple, I want a blue, I want everything. Um, oh my goodness, this goes on so good. It's so wonderful. And like, I think this is a two coater on me. I don't actually remember, but they just have such smooth, wonderful neon polishes and it glows like nobody's business. This yellow does glow a bit green, but I think it's one of those like highlighter yellow, almost leaning on green kind of colors. So it really works for it. And I just cannot get enough of these neon collections. Of course, I use it in my chroma depth art, which is a form of 3D where the warmer tones pop out and the cooler tones also pop out, but less so. I love using it for that. I did an entire look that I shared in the last video. That was all of the polishes from this collection. They're beautiful, they're smooth, they're wonderful. They're well priced. They come in these amazing bottles. Like I know they're standard bottles, but the brushes are so good. And like this is a nice amount of polish. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Anyway, Glisten and Glow Pineapple Princess. All right. Next up is unfortunate. Get your tissues out. It's a tear jerker. This is one of my favorite polishes, although I've never worn it and don't technically have it, although I did buy it. So this is MJ Lacquer Beyond the Moss. Oh my goodness. So this is actually a nail art by my good friend Danny Shout, who has a podcast with me. It's called Two Lacquered Ladies. You can watch it on YouTube or anywhere podcasts are distributed. But the point is, this is Beyond the Moss, and we like to call it in our circles the potato salad polish because if you look at it, it looks just like potato salad. Like you could see like the red onion, you could see like the potato skins, you can see the chives, you can see the egg yolk, you can see everything. It is potato salad in a mani. Now, it was during the like aquatic beach, I don't know, like from 2 years ago, polish pickup. Which was such an amazing month at that time. Like there were so many beautiful polishes that came out of that. But Danny and I saw this. We were doing polish pickup bingo as we do the Sunday before polish pickup opens. You know, the first day that polish pickup is available. We do that every single month on my Twitch, and we do it at 4 p.m. PST. So come join us sometime. But anyway, we saw this and we were like, this is potato salad. This is potato salad. This is potato salad in a bottle. And our audience was like, ew, gross, no, never. This is the most disgusting polish I've ever seen. And it was like, A, how dare you? And B, you clearly have no taste. So Danny and I both bought it. And somewhere along the line, it just like disappeared from my life, from its existence. I don't know where it is. There's a few polishes that's happened to me with. The ones that stick out in my head are a white stamping polish when I wasn't even in this room. I was in that room. Like there's a room behind this room. So I like moved everything out of that room, brought it into this room, and I still couldn't find it. So I hope it's happy wherever it is. There's sweet and sour. I like when the red water comes out. Swear I ordered it during Rewind. Where is it? Who knows? I swear I unboxed it. I swear I brought it in here. I have no idea where it is. And this is the last one, and this is the worst one because it's beloved. And I kept saying like I should do a barbecue mani with this, and then I kept being like, no, it's the wrong season. Like who cares, Stephanie? And then finally, when I was ready to do it, it was gone. So Danny's barbecue mani is going to have to work double time. It's going to have to be for both of us. It's a beautiful manicure. You can see it. So I'm glad that she has done the work for us, but I will forever be in mourning for my potato salad polish. MJ Lacquer, if you're listening, please send me a potato salad polish or send me a buying option for potato salad polish because I want it so bad. I want it. My yellow shirt is like dipping behind. I bought this just for this video because I don't own a single yellow item to put on my body. Not a one. Okay. All right. So next up we have An unpopular pick, or so I am led to believe. This is Amber Apathy by Hollow Taco. You absolute heathens got it on the worst sellers list this year. Now, honestly, I don't I like when it comes to the linear hollows on the Hollow Taco lowest seller list, you hardly see any linear hollows in the top seller list. And then you see them on the bottom seller. And I honestly think it's because everybody who's really into Hollow Taco bought the entire collection when it came out and they haven't used it yet. And I understand why somebody might not like this polish. Now, I was torn between putting this in my golds and putting this in my yellows, but I asked my Discord, you can join it, links in the description, 18 plus please only. I asked my Discord whether they thought this was a yellow or a gold, and they said it was a yellow. So here it is in this section, but it is a gorgeous, like antique gold yellow linear hollow. I'm wearing it right now. I've been wearing it for a few days and I just cannot keep my eyes off of it. Now, I don't wear linear hollows often, so it might just be that it's linear hollow, and every time I actually wear one, I'm like, "Oh my god. It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen." But it is. It's so beautiful. Like, if you haven't gotten this and you like an antique feel, I think that you should get it. You should get this one. It's so good. I have one regret when it comes to this Manny. I used it for my Brahms baby girl Manny. Brahms is a character from a movie called The Boy, and I love him, and I love that movie. And I had somebody make me this special little keychain that is very silly, and you'll get it if you get it, and you won't get it if you don't get it. But but I decided for the background to use this color, and I wish I'd used a cool tone. And there, now you know. Now you know my biggest life's regret. Congratulations. Anyway, Hollow Taco, Amber Apathy. I'm not apathetic about this one. Okay, we are in top two, and we're about to have a they're not the same, they're similar moment because I need both of these shades in my life, and I don't care what you have to say. I do care what you have to say. Say it in the comments. I want to hear. Okay, I really want to hear, but I don't care if it's positive or negative. Okay, I really don't. So just like tell me off if you want to, or don't if you don't. But the point is, we have Orly claim to fame. Now, this is such a wonderful, rich, punchy, honey-ish yellow. I don't really know how to describe this yellow. It's just like a creamy, dreamy, wonderful yellow. When I think of yellow, this is what I want it to be. And this is from the Orly Pop collection, which I dubbed the Sad Clown collection. Now, I'm not even sure I've ever talked about why I called it the Sad Clown collection. I think everybody was just like, okay, sad clown. But the reason I called it a Sad Clown collection is because my beloved Aunt Kathy used to have tons of these like commemorative, like decorative plates at her house. And they were all sad clowns. Well, in the other room, she had I Love Lucy, but in this one room, she had all sad clowns. And this palette was like so close to the palette for those old sad clown plates that like I just could not help but see these like sad hobo clowns that were all over my aunt's living room. So yeah, I called it the Sad Clown Collection. I made fun of it. We had a stream funeral for the collection when the next color pass came out because we had been like dunking on it so hard. And I had been open from the beginning that they were all wonderful creams that performed great and that were useful colors. But I have been proven to be the true sad clown of this story because all of these colors slapped and I use them all the time. And yeah, the true sad clown in the Sad Clown collection was yours truly. But it's so good. It's got such a great formula. Orly's got such a great cream formula. Like every polish I am showing that is a cream, like it does have a good formula, but like on the whole, when I'm using a cream that is not from Orly, I'm just like, I could be using an Orly right now. Like I'm wasting my time. So yeah, I just love this yellow. They have so many good yellows. I don't even have half of them. And honestly, I could have just made this list. Like I could have been like all my Orleys in here too. So many good ones, but I think claim to fame, I just reach for it. Like If something says yellow, I'm like, Orly claim to fame. That's the yellow. That's the yellow that I own is Orly claim to fame. However, it is not my most beloved yellow because my most beloved yellow is too precious to just reach for when I need a yellow. I have to conserve it. I have to I, I can't I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful with this one. So this one is Circ Colors Munchies. I love Cirque Colors Munchies. This is from their Vice collection. So I've already talked about the Vice collection a lot because the Cirque Vice collection is like my favorite drop every single year. They release just a whole line of neon colors. Some of them are re-releases, some of them are new releases. And the first year I ever even knew about them, they released Munchies, which they described as a neon cheddar yellow. And that is what it is. It is so incredibly gorgeous. I love it so much. I bought it because I just couldn't resist the idea of a neon cheddar yellow. Also, my mom loves American cheese and I like just was like, I don't know. I felt like I had to like buy this to like celebrate my mother's love of American cheese. She puts it on everything. I swear to God she does. And so I got it and it was so amazing. And I think that there's nothing better about this polish than how it looks in black light because it reflects in black light so true to color. Like this is the color, but it is very bright. It's just like the room is dark and someone shines like a flashlight onto this color. Like that's what it looks like. It looks like you're holding up a really bright flashlight, just like bouncing back at you. I just think it's so cute. I use it for chroma depth whenever, not whenever I do chroma depth, but often when I do chroma depth. And I think it's like a quarter, a little more than a quarter used. But I'm so shy about using this because in the last 2 years they haven't brought it back, so I couldn't get a new bottle. Please, Cirque Colors, bring this back. If their poll for what they're going to bring back for the Vice collection is still open, I'll link it in the description. Please, please, for the love of God, go in there, even if you're not planning on buying the Vice collection, and vote for Munchies. I know it's in the orange category, which is so dumb. So dumb. They only put two in the yellows and they put this in oranges. And I think that it's rigged. That's what I think. This is rigged. But anyway, this is my absolute favorite yellow. Like when I think about it, I get giddy. It's like I got a crush on this polish. I talk about this like more often than anybody should talk about any polish, yellow or not. Cirque Munchies, bring it back, Cirque, or else I will be sad forever. Thank you. All right, the flower crown was driving me crazy, so I took it off. We are going to move to our honorable mentions. So, first honorable mention is again a Cirque Vice color. This is Electric Daisy by Cirque Colors. This is a huge, like, I feel like it's a cult classic. Kelly Marissa loves it. It's been in the collection 2 times since I've been following the Cirque Vice collection, and I think it's just okay. That's my hot take. I think it's just okay. It's kind of patchy. The formula isn't perfect. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think the Glisten and Glow Neon formula is a little better than the Cirque Vice formula. This is like a true highlighter yellow where it's like almost green. And honestly, I kind of would classify this as a green. On the nail, it does look a little more yellow because, you know, a lot of times shades transform on your nail due to your undertones or just the fact that they're over a skin tone, things like that. But I think it's just okay. You know, I think it's just okay. And I think that they should have put this in greens on that survey and they should have put Munchies in yellow and they should have made it the only option. They should bring it back. Man. And next up in our honorable mentions is Mediocre by Moxie Nail Varnish. So this was made by Mediocre Manny's and Moxie, and it's a beautiful, some say one coat, like mustard yellow cream. It has these little like brown flakies in it. It looks so cute. And of course, it was made with Mediocre Manny's, who's a good friend of mine. And I just am so happy that she got her moment in the sun with Moxie nail varnish. And I think that the name is so fun. I think the bottle is so cute. I know that this polish company was the first company that ever sent her PR. And I feel like there's always a special place in our hearts for our first PR company. Mine was Glisten and Glow. So there you go. But I just think it's very cool. It's very neat. It's a beautiful mustard yellow. And I wanted to say, I got this one. All right. I got it. All right. Last and probably least of all ever, we have the one, the only OPI pineapples have peelings too. This polish is a mess, and I'm actually really sad because I think I shook it up by accident. But this polish separates like nobody's business. When I look for it, I usually can't find it because like the base color of this is kind of like an orange, and what's suspended in it is like this yellow metallic. So this is a yellow metallic with multicolor metallic hex glitters. And the yellow metallic is not clear really at all. So it just coats those hex glitters and makes them look like absolute doo doo. And it is just this fascinating polish that it's kind of a cult classic because like it's just so ugly. So I use this for two manis. I think I only have two swatches of this. First off, I used it for the Weird Manny Squad. There was a one and done collab where you just used one layer of a polish and you were done. And I chose this one. One layer, no top coat. It looked like absolute, but it was so ugly. And the best part was that when I posted it, I had like written up my blurb to go on Instagram with it. But then before I pasted that into my Instagram post, I accidentally pressed like post. And so it just posted with absolutely no description. So I remember like Nick's polish was like, this is so ominous because it was just like one coat of the world's ugliest polish with no context. So I did eventually add the description, but I kind of wish I just left it up there. Oh my goodness. I also use this for this Manny. Somebody had sent me a Timu plate, just like a link to one. And they were like, I think this is AI generated. And if you don't know, I don't like creative AI. I think there's good uses for AI and bad uses for AI, and I don't really like it in the art space. But they were like, I think the stamping plate on Timu was AI generated. And it was so weird. You could see in the picture there was like this mermaid with like a growth coming out of his like arm, and like a lot of things like didn't even have any features. It was weird, like octopus coming out of a box, but it was kind of like a brain octopus. It was bad. It was not good. It was bad. And so I was like, I have to get this, even if I have to shop Timu and pay somebody who made an AI stamping plate. I'm going to get this. It was like 75 cents. So, like, whatever. But I bought it and I used it. And then I found out that actually it was not AI. It was just a very janky knockoff of a Creative Shop stamping plate. So that stamping plate rocks. This stamping plate is incredibly special. It was really funny though, because I tagged Creative Shop Stamping and they were like, we're so happy to see such high quality knockoffs out there. They took it like in great stride. They thought it was really funny. So that was great. But yeah, I use that with this because I was like, if we're gonna do a cursed Manny, let's like really curse this Manny. Let's like go all the way. All right, so that is it for my favorite yellows. If you had a great time watching this video, press that like button. If you're new here and haven't subscribed yet, I would love to have you hit subscribe. I stream. My schedule might be in flux pretty soon, but right now we try for Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. I also have a podcast, my friend Danny Shout. It's called Two Lacquered Ladies. You can get it wherever podcasts are distributed and also on YouTube. So until next time, have a great one. Be nice to yourself, be nice to everybody else, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.